Hello and welcome back to the X-Files Revisited. We are barreling along like an unstoppable freight train with no any way to stop us whatsoever. Once we get going, we just hammer it home. And that's what's happening with Season 8. We're on with Episode 5, Invocation. An X-Files episode that strips away spectacle and replaces it with grief. Not the most exciting, but Brian, what's the legacy of Invocation?
Well, this is a quite personal one for Doggett. So I don't know. I guess maybe your like of this episode might be determined by your personal connection to Doggett, I guess. So if you don't have that personal connection, then I don't know. Maybe this is a hard sell. I just, like you say, it's not your typical kind of monster of the week or flying saucers or anything like that. It's a bit more personal. It's a bit more about what's going on inside Doggett. And while we don't actually fully get into what is going on with Doggett, this is kind of like the episode that teases just, that there's clearly something there in terms of a son that he's lost. There is another episode that comes up later that goes into that in greater depth, but I think
that's what I really like about this, the fact that Mulder, he was a moping character that was always whining about the loss of his sister. Now we've moved on to something far different, a character that's going to moan about the loss of his child. Yay!
Although I would say Mulder wears it more on his sleeve, whereas Doggett kind of. Yeah, but I think this episode tees it up, basically. It tees up Doggett's history without, fully delving in. So whether or not fans took kindly to that is anybody's guess. Which brings us to everyone's favourite game, in which we get you to try and guess just where this sits within the legacy of the show. Now, there's 21 episodes in season 8. Okay. Where do you think IMDb rankers, sounds a bit too close to another word, where do you think they rank this episode amongst those 21 season 8 episodes?
Among the 21, 13.
Oh!
Close,
14. So not too far off the mark. Now, okay. So that's, that positions it kind of, in just about in the lower third. It's like maybe like just touching lower third of the season. But what about overall? 217 episodes. Where do you think this sits?
121.
Okay. 134.
So, right, okay. That's respectable. Yeah. I'll take that. Not too bad.
Yeah,
better than some of the guesses I've had.
Indeed. I now we may change my mind as we talk about this. We may change my mind, but I will start off by saying I feel relatively positive about this episode. I've always kind of liked it. When it comes to season 8 episodes, it is one that, if I see it coming up, I'm like, yeah, I like that episode. Looking forward to seeing that again. Now, I've zero comprehension of where you sit on this one, so it'll be interesting to find out. But let's get into it.
Yeah.
So we open up on a school playground in 1990, which feels like it was eons ago. But obviously at the time this episode was made, it was more like a decade. It's like a decade ago. There's a creepy guy watching this kid called Billy. The kid's called Billy, not the guy. Billy disappears, and his backpack is dropped by the creepy guy. So it's just like Billy's there 1 minute, the next minute he isn't. And when he isn't, we see the creepy guy holding Billy's backpack, and he drops it and walks away. And yeah, mum starts, screaming, Billy, Billy, Billy,
Yeah.
as as mums in these situations are prone to do.
I mean, I could already picture her on the news. Like I only looked away for a second, and she's like having like a full half-hour conversation with somebody.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. See them all the time in play centres. I see him and think you're the one. You're the one who on those news shows says, "I only looked away for a second." It's that I've just been watching you for the past 20 minutes, talking to someone with great intent, not once paying attention to your kids. But hey ho, there you go. So yeah, that's your opening. Oh no, it's not quite, is it? Because this other stuff this bit comes before. So 10 years later, Mum shows up to school to pick up her latest child, and is met by a bunch of faculty members, all kind of standing around looking shocked and like, oh dear, how are we going to tell her? And she's like, what's going on? And it turns out her son Billy has returned, but has not aged a day.
Yeah.
And then we get into the changeling kind of material.
Flight of the changeling, because it's like the Flight of the Navigator thing with the boy returning without aging a day. Thing.
Well, I was thinking of the Clint Eastwood film where the.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but yeah.
So, I kind of like the idea of it. It offers up so many questions. The biggest one for me was, why are all the teachers grouped like that? Nobody looking at this boy. Like he could have disappeared again. Like nobody's watching.
All the backs turned. It's like
yeah, they're all back. They're just watching the mum. There's no police or anything else there. It's just them. And that was weird. But it's an interesting opening.
I mean, in all fairness, the police could be on the way. We don't know exactly when this kid just showed up.
But they still are not watching them.
No, they're not doing a very good job of making sure it doesn't happen again.
Quick, he's appeared. Turn your back on him. So good. But the mum's reaction and her son's reaction are really good as well.
Yes, I do actually. I like her in this. I like her reaction to things, and I feel like this opening hits me a bit harder since having kids of my own. Like back in, when it first came out and I watched it, it would have been like, well, that's a cool concept. Where will they go from here? But it didn't necessarily have any like emotional resonance with me. Whereas this time around, I'm watching it and I'm like, yeah, because I've got kids that are like 5 years apart, and it's like, how would that affect everything? Just like you make a new life essentially with a new kid, and then your old one pops up, and it's like, what does that do to your youngest now, who's actually older than the oldest, which is just weird. But yeah, so I like the setup. I think it's a cool idea. And just like, wow, okay, where are they going to go with this?
Yeah, I like the boy's reaction. The son who's, and I don't know if it's again me projecting a lot onto it, but like from that look, like it's not happy. It's a case of like this, and you put so much onto it. Like this weight of the missing child's probably put so much stress and heard so much about it through his parents. Yeah. All of a sudden they're back. Where does he stand? What's happening now? Like that. Even though it's just a small look at his face, there's so much in that moment. Yeah. I just think it's interesting.
Yeah, no, it's definitely there. You definitely see it in the reaction, and it is like you say. This isn't something that would never have been talked about. This kid's going to know that he had a brother, and he will have only ever heard the positive things about him, because obviously he's a missing child. You don't rag on the missing child. So it's just, it's good. It's a good setup. So,
But you get that thing in your head where you're like, his room's untouched. Like Billy's bedroom in the house is untouched. It's a shrine.
yeah. It's just Scully checks Billy while Doggett talks to the sheriff. Both are stumped. Billy's parents arrive and just want to take him home, but Doggett wants to talk to him first. Doggett's like, yeah, right off the bat, dog with a bone.
Yeah, but he's like, I would still say he's kind of gentle. Like,
Yeah,
he's not pushing enough for the mum's reaction.
No,
like, no, she comes in, she's like, get away from him. And the dog is just like, who took you? Did somebody take you? Do you know his name? She's like, get away.
The obvious questions you'd ask someone who's been gone for 10 years. Yeah. Okay. So the parents get angry when Doggett uses Billy's bag as a bargaining tool. Scully is on their side, but Doggett seems determined that the boy should talk. So, I think that's where he maybe oversteps the line a bit, because you see the boy go for the bag and he pulls it away and he's like, It's like, not yet. So, yeah. The parents get Billy home and he just stares a lot. Sparky, the dog, goes wild around him, and his brother looks, well, rightfully uneasy. Just like,
it's a hell of a
favourite
dog
son's
to have around a
back
couple of
home.
kids, isn't it? Like that dog looks,
yeah.
it looks vicious when it goes.
Yeah,
Billy's not standing a chance against that thing.
Nope.
Oh man.
Oh. Scully tells Doggett Billy is the exact same boy that left. Like, it's not that he's had like a bit of a growth impediment. You know, he's not like 20-year-old kid who, because of trauma, is not grown at all. No, his DNA exactly matches that of the age of the boy that he would have been when he left. He shows her the juvie records of Creepy Guy that was there at the beginning, who was questioned on the day. Scully has a go at...
She's really not happy that he has these... the court records.
Yeah. Yeah, Scully has a go at him for breaking the law, apparently, but he seems to think the ends justify the means. So, very quickly, we're establishing that, for whatever reason, Doggett on this particular instance is like a dog with a bone. And, you know, we're only a few episodes in. This is only the third kind of solo, the third like case that they're working together. You know, if you don't count within and without, this is only really the third. So the relationship is still like, you know, yes, we've seen some good sides of Doggett, but doesn't necessarily mean he's always on point. So, we're seeing a side of him here that's like a bit more doggedly determined, no matter what, ends justify the means kind of thing. So he has broken the law by digging up these files of this guy who isn't linked to the case. He's no longer linked to the case because essentially nothing was found on him. So that's it. End of story. But yeah. Billy's mum tucks him into bed. Then Billy gets up and finds mum and dad arguing about him. Then he heads down the hall with a knife and enters his brother's bedroom.
Okay. Where did they get that knife from? Who's got that lying about their house? That was like a Rambo knife. It's like a Crocodile Dundee. That's a knife. Like, it thing's huge.
He's gone to the kitchen. He's pulled it out. He's done a Michael Myers, pulled it out of the little rack thing.
It's so big, but it doesn't even look like a regular kitchen knife. It looks like I'm surviving in the wilderness for 30 days with this thing.
Yeah. And it's nice to see. Well, it's not nice to see. It's not a pleasant thing to watch, obviously, especially as a parent. You could kind of identify with it. But I like that they do address the different sides of how, like the dad is thinking very much about the son they currently have, and basically everything they've invested into him, and how now, we can't just like, oh yeah, our old son's back, let's make our current son feel like he's no longer wanted.
We got the good one back.
Yeah. So I like that he's kind of, you know what, he's dubious. It's like, you know what, when your boy who went missing 10 years ago shows up and doesn't look a day over the age he left, there's maybe a little reason to act suspicious there, and maybe a reason to not just like ditch our youngest. So even though the argument is, it's obviously never a good thing when people are arguing. It's understandable, totally understandable. So, Doggett goes to see Robert Purnell, asks him to go see Billy with him. Robert asks to be left alone. Doggett gets in his car and pulls a picture from his wallet. Now, I'm reading my notes here from... I watched the episode quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Despite your opening speech about how on the ball we are, it has been some time since I've seen this episode. So just remind me, who's Robert Purnell?
That's the boy, the one, the creepy guy.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes. Oh yeah, got you. I'm with you. So he goes to see Robert Purnell, asks him to go see Billy with him. Robert just asks to be left alone. Yeah. And then he gets in his car and pulls out a picture from his wallet, which, obviously that's the first kind of clue as to just why he's so incensed on this particular case. Find him and goes into Josh's room and freaks out when she sees the knife bloodied and stuck in his bed. Billy just stares at them, which seems to be his
go-to.
It's his go-to form of communication right now. I just stare like the creepy child. It's like, given the ending of obviously where this episode goes and just what's going on here, you do often wonder why, even if you can't speak, just write it down. Draw a picture. It's just something. Just like, is this really the best form of communication from beyond the grave? Sticking a big knife in your brother's
no
bed.
Emotion whatsoever.
Yeah.
The mother's trying to interpret it. It's a cry for help.
Yeah, we've all seen The Omen. I think that would be our go-to thought at this point. I wouldn't necessarily be thinking cry for help. I'd more be thinking Damien, son of the Antichrist. Like the Antichrist, that kind of thing. So there's blood on the knife. It comes back from the lab as Billy's. So it's Billy's blood. It's his own blood. So he stuck a knife in his brother's bed with his own blood on it. Because that's normal. Scully recommends putting him into care for a while, which is, sensible. Why that wasn't done at the start, quite frankly, I don't know. Because, it's like, surely, like, doctors needed looking at this guy, like psychological doctors and whatnot. This grieves Doggett, who notices a symbol on the knife. It's the same symbol a psychic brought in 10 years ago. And when he saw what Billy drew on paper when he was brought into the station. Hang on, my notes are a bit crap there, but yeah.
No, you're about right, yeah.
About right, yeah. So it's the same symbol the psychic brought in 10 years ago. It's who drew it on the paper? Billy drew it on a paper?
Yeah. It's kind of doodled somewhere. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
basically,
this sign's floating around.
To bring in the psychic preview.
Yeah. All right. So there's quite a few things in this episode and I think this just comes with age of a series, when you start getting to season 8 of a TV show that has a particular formula in terms of we have to investigate a different case each week, things start to become familiar. So there's a lot of different episodes in this, like the Kalashari I see in this with the creepy kid. There's a bit of Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose I see in this with, the psychic, bringing in the psychic who works on the case. As we get later into the episode, there's another one that's just now escaped my mind totally, but I had the name of it before. But yeah, like lots of different kind of vibes given up, and it's nothing against this episode. I'm not using it as a negative to say that it's just so rubbish. We've seen all this before. It's just like I say, I just think that's a natural occurrence of having gone on for so long. But there's definitely vibes.
But I would say that this, like, it doesn't feel overloaded, and it feels like it's trying to use those previous points to tell a very particular story.
Yeah.
Sometimes definitely. We've seen things rehashed in other episodes.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, that's not great.
Yeah, like it's not like Teleco. It's not like where you look at Teleco and you like every single plot beat in that episode feels like it's literally Squeeze and Tombs.
Yeah.
It's just on a much lesser scale. Yeah. So this takes things that are familiar but uses it for its own kind of ends, so to speak. Okay, so Josh watches as his mum takes Billy down to the car. Billy's dad is concerned for Josh. Then Billy disappears from the car, only to be standing in Josh's bedroom. Josh freaks the hell out, which, quite frankly, is even as a grown-ass man. Yeah, I would be. I'd be like, there's something wrong with this kid. I've seen Orphan. I've seen The Omen. There's definitely something not right. So Robert's mum tells him she does. I have that as a question mark because it's not exactly clear whether she's his mum to begin with in this scene.
I think she is. Yes.
Yeah. As the episode goes on, it does become clear that she is his mum. But it's just in this scene, it's like, who's she? Is she his carer? His mum? His elder sister? I don't know. It's I think just because you can see there's zero love in that relationship. So you're like, it's clearly not his mum. If it was his mum, she'd be showing him some love. It's like, but no.
It's trailer park love.
It is. It's trailer park. Robert's mum tells him she doesn't want him bringing trouble.
Yeah.
Then her douchebag fella shows up and teases him, so he runs off into the woods and digs up the skull. Go on.
Can I? Is he a douchebag?
Yes.
Why?
Because,
bearing in mind what Robert has done,
but he's not done anything, has he?
Yeah, he's killed the boy.
No.
That's how he goes and digs. He goes and digs up the skull to see if his body's still there.
Yeah, he's not killed the boy though. He just knows where the boy is.
Have I missed something, Brian?
Oh, I think you might.
I thought he killed the boy.
No, the douchebag guy is the one who's killed the boy. It's just that he's forced. Yeah, he's forced Robert to be a part of it, and that's why that's why Robert's so all torn up and stuff about it. Because he knows. Yeah,
it's not an episode if I've not missed something.
Yeah, so he's a total douchebag. He's got Robert under the thumb because he knows that he can pin it on him if he wants to. He's holding all the cards basically, and he's I mean, just the fact that he's now teasing him because he knows he can pin it on him is just like, okay. Again, it's been several weeks since I watched it, so I could be wrong. But as we go on, it'll all become clear. Tab clear from Coca-Cola. There we go. Okay. The psychic reading on Billy points to Doggett having lost someone and scars the psychic's forehead.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're talking to the psychic, and she's like kind of almost niggling at Doggett, it feels like, and then she starts to have a seizure, and then the mark that they seen throbs out of her head.
Ah, right.
You know, yeah. And it kind of freaks both of them out because they're like, that's not normal. That's not normal at all.
Cool. Okay, so we go back to the trailer park, peeps, and the douchebag teases Robert some more before threatening to tell people about what he did to that boy. The psychic is taken away in an ambulance. Scully tells Doggett she'll be okay, but he thinks it's all bollocks.
So succinct and to the point, but that's exactly what's going on there.
Yeah, basically. So he's all like, "What a show!" She just put on a show. It's typical nonsense psychic crap.
Yeah. And Scully's like, that shape was throbbing in her forehead, and he's like,
yeah, good trick.
Seen it before.
So Scully plays the recording backwards, and we hear someone singing a children's song. It's, fairly creepy. Yeah. Although I often find children's songs to be creepy anyway, so especially in movies. Ronnie Purcell suddenly shows up in his car. I kept on calling him Robert, but it's actually Ronnie in it. Ronnie Purcell. I do this a lot in my notes. I'll have a character's name, and then halfway through my notes, I scrub it out and change the name. Because after they've said it so many times, it's like, oh, it's not Robert, it's Ronnie. Okay, fair enough. So Ronnie Purcell suddenly shows up in his car. Billy appears in the car. Doggett sees him, and Ronnie tries to flee. But when they stop him, Billy is nowhere to be seen. So obviously, that now just looks really dodgy. It's like, Ronnie, you had the kid in your car. Where have you put him? We saw him. He was there. Where have you put him? What have you done with him? But it's some mega sleight of hand. It's got to be said.
Yeah.
Like, did he toss him from the car? It's like,
it's like, come on, Doggett. Like,
yeah. I felt like they had eyes on the car the whole time. Between him and Scully, I felt like they had eyes on the car the whole time. So, like, where's the boy? Like, there has to come a point, Doggett, where you accept that, something weird is going on here. It's not as black and white as some lad turning up outside the house and stealing the boy.
Yeah, but if you look at the evidence, this boy's appeared without aging after 10 years, doesn't speak, and is starting to vanish and materialise in random places.
Stabbing knives into his brother's bed. It's just... Yeah. Okay. Josh's dad stops for gas, and Josh sees a pony being boarded onto a truck. When he goes to see it, he gets grabbed by somebody.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You're just waiting on that happening. It's one of those sequences where you know what's coming, don't you? You just think, you're like, yeah.
Yeah. Thing is, what's the chances that both brothers get nabbed by the same person 10 years apart? And it's like, has this guy done anything between these two kids? Or is he just particularly partial to this family?
This family's just done something.
Mm-hmm. At the station, Doggett is adamant that Ronnie has something to do with Billy disappearing once more. The sheriff enters to tell them that Josh is now missing. Scully goes out to speak to the parents, But Doggett says he's sticking with Ronnie. Yeah. Yeah, nothing to say really. It is what it is. Yeah. Doggett questions Ronnie and realizes that he was forced to help the real abductor, and he asks for a name. So this is the key. It's like this is the power.
I think we all remember this sequence. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Apart from me.
Yeah. This is the sequence we all remember. So me. I think it's just one of them moments where you must have just zoned out, not quite been with it. Just you saw the images on the screen and your head just assumed, yeah, Doggett's figured out Ronnie did it. Tell me where he is. And but your brain didn't actually engage with it and go, oh no, that's not what he's saying at all. So yeah, he asked for a name. The police race to the scene. Doggett and Scully find Josh. Doggett pursues Cal, who is the douchebag guy that was going out with Ronnie's mum. Pursues Cal into the woods and demands to know. Oh, that was it. So this sequence here gave me vibes from Closure. Like I was just, when they find the fat Santa Claus guy and they run after him and they end up in the woods where there's all the graves and stuff. And I don't know, it just felt, I just had vibes of that for some reason. So he demands to know where the other kid is. And he's like, there is no other kid. And then Doggett sees Billy, who then disappears when he goes over to where he was standing. He finds the remains that Ronnie dug up. So this guy killed Billy, buried the remains. He'd forced Ronnie to be a part of it, to kind of presumably to bury the body and stuff like that. Do the dirty work. So the parents are at the scene. Scully and Doggett talk about it. Doggett can't accept that it's justice from beyond the grave. Scully says, either way, we stopped the man that was responsible. Isn't that what you wanted? What lies beneath, basically. Yes. It's what lies beneath. Before what lies beneath. When was what lies beneath? What year was that?
2001 or 99? No, 2001.
Was it? Oh, no, it might have been 99. Was it 99? Oh, no, I think What Lies Beneath might have been before this, actually. Yeah. I feel like it was 2001, 2002, something like that. But no, it's 2000.
2000.
2000. Right. Okay. So yeah, just I think it was before this or around the same time as this. So yeah, there you go. But it is that again. It's that thing of like yes, that they're kind of giving us a trope with the character that they already had with Mulder, but I do feel like the two men deal with it in a different way. Like,
yeah, I was only being hilariously funny.
Yeah. I get that, and I laughed like I found it so hilarious.
Oh yeah, hearty laughter. Yeah.
But it is that interesting dynamic of what does a man with the knowledge and belief system of Mulder take to these cases, and what does a man who doesn't have that belief, refuses to have that belief, take to these cases? It's like I feel like in this instance, this would have been some level or some measure of comfort for Mulder. Like he would have taken something away from this that was like that brought him a sense of, okay, I can take that. I mean, which is essentially what he does with his own sister. You know, and I think again that's why this partly reminds me of Closure, in that Mulder ultimately finds the truth about what happened to his sister, and it's this supernatural experience that even in that episode we had, the doctor from Silence of the Lambs, can't remember his name, where he finds out the same. Yeah. So he gets the same answer, doesn't he? But he can't accept it, and he walks away at the end of closure, saying, "No, this isn't right. I refuse to believe this," and he walks off. Whereas Mulder takes comfort from it. He's like, "I found the answer I needed." Boom. And I feel like Doctor is more in the, again, I can't remember the character's name, so I'm just going to call him Dr. Chilton. He's more in the Dr. Chilton vein, where he needs earthly answers. He needs answers you can reach out and touch. And so the results of this case don't bring him any kind of closure or comfort. So it just riles him more. But there you go.
Yeah.
Care to wrap up?
I dislike and like this episode. Like,
Right.
It's not the most earth-shattering entertainment, but it's one that gives your character a backstory. And I like what the episode is basically doing. It's about, when I think about it, I think this all makes sense. It adds to the character. It's a tale without answers, but there is a conclusion. It's just one that I just, like, I'm never going to go, that's an amazing episode. It's solid. I'm not in a rush to rewatch it.
Right. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So it's good. It gives you the kind of backstory for Doggett, but now I know that. I know it, and anytime I watch episodes from season 8, I will know this. So I would probably skip this episode, but not skipping it because I don't like it. I think I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5.
Okay. Which is respectable. It's,
there's nothing
wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong with a 3. When I give something a 3, that means it's good. A 3 is a good. It's just, don't blow me away. It's good. Yeah, I've no major complaints, but like for me, it's a 4. I do actually like this one. Again, I think just being able to relate to it on the level of a father, it does hit some emotional buttons that I'm like, yeah. I like that it's not simple in terms of how you're meant to feel emotionally. Like you totally get where the mother is coming from, Billy's mother. It's like, this is earth shattering. This is mind blowing. I got my kid back. All the grief, all the torment I went through. So I understand that. I totally understand where she's coming from. And yet I totally understand where the dad's coming from. We've got to protect our other son. We don't really know if this is our son. We don't know what's happened to him. We don't know where he's come from. Why does he still look the same? Why is he freaking out? We need to protect the son that we, the other son we've got. So it's not easy. And I like stuff that gives you like a moral dilemma, or not necessarily a moral dilemma, but just like a dilemma of that vein, where there is no easy, oh, you should do this, or no, you should do that. It's like, I don't know what I'd do in that situation, because they'd both be my kids. And it's like, so I like that. I like that it puts me on the back foot. I like the fact that the guy who's set up to be the killer, I like that it kind of makes me sympathize with him, even though he has been a part of it. He's just as much a victim as those boys. He was clearly forced into doing something he didn't want to do. So I like that it kind of ties with my emotions on that front. What would be the punishment for this guy? Like, it raises the question: what would be the appropriate punishment for him when he didn't necessarily kill the boy, but he was party to it? It's like, I like the moral questions it raises in that regard, and I do like the fact that it gives us a personal anchor for Doggett that can be further explored in other episodes. There's nothing in it to me that stands out as, oh, that drags it down really far. It's like, oh, that's way stupid, whatever. There's just enough in there to say, no, it holds together well. So I do think it's a really good episode. I do like episodes that deal more with the kind of psychological perspective of our main characters and where they're at in life. So
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, four out of 5 from me.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about Red Ram.
Red Ram. Yep. So think Memento as an X-Files episode.
All right.
Okay. So the same editing narrative technique that Nolan uses in Memento is used in Red Rum, and I remember it's got Joe Martin in it, who usually plays the same character in everything I've ever seen him be in, which is the scientist whose experiments have always go into disaster, and he's forced to kind of... He's never an evil scientist. He's always a scientist who means well, but his stuff just cocks up, and then he's got to kind of put it right somehow. Yeah. Like, I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League the other day, and he's there in that again. He's the scientist who tried to save his son, but it all cocks up, and he ends up opening the mother box, and he's Terminator 2. He's responsible for creating the machines. That's that, and he's got to stop it and blow up Skynet. Yeah. Smallville. He's the guy who did the work on all the meteor rocks, and then it's everywhere. Everywhere I see this guy, he's the same character. Now I can't remember if he's a scientist in this episode, and if he's not, it's the first time I've ever seen him in something where he's not. But there you go.
Yeah. So have it. I'm interested. Accidentally evil. I like the idea of that.
Uh-huh.
So there I have it. Yeah. Invocation is the rare X-Files episode where it didn't really offer you much in wonder or terror, but it did offer you some truth in the damage that it leaves behind, which I kind of like that with the characters. I'm looking forward to Red Rum, which sounds interesting, and I will be eagerly running back to talk about that episode. But for the meantime, if you wouldn't mind giving us a like or a review on whatever podcast service or on YouTube, if you want to drop a comment and a like, we really appreciate that. It allows others to discover our channel and our passion for the X-Files. And of course, we will see you next time for Red Ram.